Define Platonic.
There are two words spelled like Platonic. Platonic means of love or friendship, intimate and affectionate but not sexual.
You gotta go in all the way though if you're intimate and affectionate. You can't cuddle and not go all the way. Alright, let's start the show. You ready? Are you ready, brother? Hey guys, welcome to another episode of How We Do. My name is Gabe.
And I'm Niko. And today, in this episode, we're gonna try and see if we can figure out if men and women, a man and a woman, can be just friends.
Let's get right to it. Anyways, so I think for me personally, what we think that brings men and women together at first is actually just physical attraction. There has to be a positive and negative, charge there, because opposites attract. I'm not saying that, can't be politically correct because now there's men and men, women and women as far as sexual attraction goes, but that's neither here nor there. But as far as men and a man and a woman, there has to be negative and positive poles. So I think physically, that's what brings men and women together is the physical aspect of it, right?
And whether or not their intentions are to,
to get in,
right?
To get it.
The kids watching the show, I'm trying to
keep PG.
Right.
You're saying that usually men try to.
Right.
Well, or women.
It goes either way.
Yeah.
The first thing is if they're physically attracted, is they want to get to know them. They want to get closer to them.
Mm-hmm.
Not just geographically closer, but they want to connect, right? So that's usually, in my experience, how they're initially drawn together. Now, whether or not they stay cool or they try to, it really depends on the people. And really, the short answer to that question is of can a man and a woman be just friends? It's very situational. It's all dependent on the individuals.
So one situation would be,
well, for instance, I met this girl years ago, and there was a physical attraction on both sides, and I actually tried to date her, but the connection, it was misconnections. It wasn't really working, and we didn't get very far. And I think that's kind of the key. If you find a woman, and if you think you have feelings for her, and she's got feelings for you, and then it's hard to explain, but whether or not it's going to go any further than that. And I think as soon as you recognize that it's not going to work out, you should stop those feelings. And then, obviously, they're cool people. You don't want to not have them in your life. And I think that's when you decide that you want to be their friends. And in this particular instance, we are really good friends, and there's no way I could ever have any sort of romantic feelings for her. It's just not going to happen.
all right.
So,
Well, I can accept that actually.
yeah.
Well, another situation would be that you're friend zone, and that's probably no man or probably woman wants to be in if you're really crushing on that individual. But you're friend zoned, and then you kind of have to make a decision, do you want to stay in this kind of friendship? But every time that you're hanging out with them, it's breaking your heart because you can't, move forward into an actual serious relationship with them, or you just leave completely and forget that person completely because, it's that unrequited love.
What's similar to that is there's a lot of guys that are friends with women because I have this thing, I don't know what you would call it, but I call it holding your place in line. And that's basically, you like them as a friend, and whether or not that something or anything could ever happen, you don't know, you don't really plan on it, but you're there because there's always a chance that either she becomes available or she starts developing feelings for you. And until that happens, all you can do is just keep your place in line and be her friend.
Just hanging on to that hope, oh, please.
I don't think it's a good idea, but
it's not.
I've been in that I've been in that position before, and it's like it's not a good position to be in. I don't recommend it for anybody. Like, you either like them and you go after it, or you just let them go and do your own thing. And if something happens, cool. If not, then whatever.
Yeah, but I totally agree, because it'll probably end badly, because you're probably gonna get pissed off at her or him, and then
you'll resent her for not. You know, reciprocating,
he resents you.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's not a pretty picture for anybody.
Yeah.
And here's another scenario. Like, what if you're working with people, but let's say you work with females. Obviously,
which I do.
It's dangerous to have romantic relations with. Well, it can be. I'm not saying it always will be, but it can be dangerous to have romantic feelings or full-on relationships with, coworkers. So it's like, how do you go about that? You stay friends that way?
Well, you kind of have to. I think it happens all the time at work.
Yeah.
I mean, not just in general, like in people's workplace. I'm not just saying my work, but in people's workplace, it happens all the time, because I believe the more you see them every day, then the more you're connecting with these people.
Yeah.
Unless you're cold-hearted, like Joker. But, yeah, you're already dead inside, so you don't give a shit. But, most likely, if you're seeing them day by day, then you're making connections with these people. And some of these people, they lay their stuff on you because they need some kind of, like, a vent. If they're having problems at home with their husbands or wives or girlfriends and boyfriends, you're gonna hear it from them, and you're most likely, us as human beings, we have a lot of empathy for people, unless you don't give a shit.
And if you're a younger guy, I don't mean to interrupt, but if you're a younger guys typically have that hero syndrome, that hero, mentality, and they want to rush in to save, so they're gonna be their shoulder. You're gonna be their shoulder. You're gonna want to carry on their problems and help try to solve them, and maybe if you're attracted to them, you're gonna try to like.
But for the most part, I think if you're a grounded individual, and both of you guys are grounded individuals, you're probably gonna have to say, hey, I'd love to, you're a really great person, but no.
Yeah. You can still be their friend, you can still be their shoulder, just you gotta draw a line.
Because imagine if like they have kids on top of that, and you have kids.
Don't be a homewrecker.
It's like, oh my god. But it happens all the time. And when did it ever stop, like, men or women in history? I mean, look at Bill Clinton. Right? Or what else? I mean, it happened all the time in history. Yeah. So, but I think if you're a grounded individual, like I said, you should be just put an end to it.
Yeah. Just be mature and responsible enough to know when to draw the line, where to draw the line, and not to cross that line.
So the real answer is, can a man and a woman be friends?
It depends.
It just depends. It's subjective, but we want to hear from what your thoughts are.
Yeah. If you're in a situation and you're trying to figure this out, let us know and we'll sort it out together, and who knows. Yeah. So write in. Please. Please. We're not beggars.
No, we're not.
You're writing what you want, if you want. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this week's episode of How We Do. We hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions you want us to read on the air, drop them in the comment section below, or hit us up on any of the social media accounts at HWDLA. Or you can just email us at howwedolA@gmail.com.
Also be sure to check out East Fork Supply Company, our favorite boutique retailer of quality apparel, accessories, grooming products, and other goods. A link to the online store can be found in the description below. Treat yourself with this shirt, and grooming products.